and good afternoon from Glasgow in Scotland. My name is Gerald Welvin, and I am joined by my colleague Pauline. More on Pauline and I in a moment, but welcome to you for this webinar on our undergraduate programs, business management and international business. Now, you've been invited along today because you've expressed an interest in coming to join us at Glasgow Caledonian University, and Pauline and I are hopefully going to give you a little bit more information and background on these programs, degree programs that you have expressed an interest in, which will help you in your preparation for coming, or help you decide if Glasgow Caledonian University is indeed the place for you. So my understanding is that you can communicate with us via chat function. So if you are live with us this afternoon, then please do say hello. Let us know where you're from, where you're joining us from, and let us know any questions that you have, or maybe let us know if you've definitely decided that you're coming to Glasgow to join us, or if you're still a little bit unsure. And maybe if you're a little bit unsure, you can let us know how we can help you make up your mind to decide if this is the place for you to come and do your business management degree. So I said we'll say hello properly. So there are four faces on the screen on the slides. Orla and Gillian, who are not on this webinar, are the program leaders for our international business program. Myself, Gerald, I'm an associate program leader for business management and the international lead, which so as somebody who works with our internationalization and our overseas students. Then I'm delighted to lead on this, but I'm going to allow Pauline to say hello and introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Pauline Herriot and I'm the programme leader for the BA Business Management. So to echo what Gerald had said, I would be delighted if you have any questions to answer them, and if you've got any other things that you want to know about Glasgow, please feel free to ask the questions throughout.
Excellent, thank you Pauline, and we'll hear from Pauline a little later. Now, how this webinar is going to work, Pauline and I have put together a bunch of slides. Some of them are quite wordy with lots of information on them. My colleague will actually make these slides available to you so that you can digest the information in your own time. Some of them have some links to some more useful information. And then as you've digested that information, perhaps you will then, although you don't have questions now, maybe you will have questions. So our contact details will be on here, and we'll be delighted to hear from you. Sometimes it is much nicer to contact an actual person than just a generic email Dropbox. So the first of all then is sort of who we are at Glasgow Caledonian University, and particularly who we are in the Glasgow School for Business and Society. Why you would want to study here? Well, ultimately, people tend to come as undergraduate degrees because they want to make themselves as employable as possible in the workplace, give themselves the best opportunity for the career, and to develop the employability skills that they would like to, so that they can get their dream job or develop jobs that maybe you don't know what you want to do, and through your degree program you will develop an idea of who you would like to be. And we believe that we can give you the platform to do that with the vast majority of our graduates. Over 97% of our graduates are in employment or training within 6 months of graduating, and can have a range of salaries from starting kind of internship style salaries at the lower end, but right up to very well paid jobs right from the off. So not only do we develop your skills, we have a track record of getting our graduates into paid employment very soon after graduation. But that's in the future. That's 3 years, 4 years, maybe even 5 years down the line. And what we want to do is just to welcome you to Glasgow as probably a first year undergraduate student, as a young person. And it's a huge decision to travel overseas to do your undergraduate degree, and you'll have lots of options to you. UK is a very desirable location, but we believe in Glasgow is the best location in the UK for that. And one of the fantastic accolades that we have been given is that we are indeed the friendliest city in the world. So you're guaranteed a warm welcome, not only at GCU as a university, but as a city and indeed a small country that we are in Scotland. And we are confident that you will receive the warmest and friendliest of welcomes, and that support will continue throughout your stay here. And indeed, it ties in beautifully with our own mission and vision and core values that we have as a university. So as it says there, we reinforce our position as a university for common good. Okay, so the university for the benefit of the most people. Okay, a very utilitarian approach to our outlook. Okay, we want to do the best that we can for the vast majority and the biggest majority of people, and that is embedded in our everyday work and in our teaching and our programs. And this is all underpinned by our global outlook and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So as you study through your program with us, the learning that you do is connected with and underpinned by this global drive to make our planet and our global communities sustainable for the future, promoting equality, promoting good ethical behaviour, promoting a sustainable environment that for the future. So that is underpinned in our teaching there. What else makes us stand out? Particularly, you have, if you've not decided to join us yet at Glasgow Caledonian University, you're still unsure if you're the place for to study management. We are an accredited degree programme, the European Foundation for Management Development Accreditation, a little bit more on that in a second. But we're also ranked #1 modern university in Scotland for the subjects of business management. And as well as aligning our teaching to the UN Sustainable Development Goals, we are a signatory to the United Nations Principles for Responsible Management Education. So we firmly believe that we are setting up our young people to be the responsible and successful business leaders for the future, for our future. The accreditation that we have, EFMD, you can do an internet search on this to learn a little bit more if you're interested in it. But what it means to you as a student is that the teaching and the learning that you have will be globalized, have a global and international outlook, but also importantly, that we are interested in developing our local community. So to say we're the University for Common Good, and we care about the communities which we serve both locally and internationally. So very well balanced there. As I mentioned just in the last slide, it's driven by ethical responsibility. And we want to develop good citizens and good corporate citizenship behaviour within our graduates. Now, the next couple of slides, so if you're looking at this on a phone and not on a larger screen, it's probably a little small for you to see. And I'm not going to read through these points, but Pauline and I and the rest of the team think we're fabulous. We think we are a fantastic university. We want you to come and join us. And these couple of slides are simply just some evidence that backs up our claims and feelings. It's not just because we say we're fabulous, it is because actually our research that we produce, and the connections that we have with industry and the student feedback that we get is shows that we are a world leader, and we are well accredited, and that is recognised through various accreditations and league tables and rankings. So we're very proud of our position as a modern university. We don't claim to be an Oxford or a Cambridge or a St Andrews. We have our style as a modern university, which is suited to today's students and today's industry needs. So our students are always highly satisfied. We do very well in the national student surveys, and we believe that you will come and have a great time and a well-developed time. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about these programs that you have expressed an interest in, or indeed have decided to come and join us. So business management and international business management. Now, before we start, it's an important thing to do. If you are wanting to come and join us in September of this year, there are some very key deadlines in what you're looking to do. This information is taken from our website. The link is on the slides, which you'll receive, but you could just do an internet search for international study at Glasgow Caledonian University, and it will take you to this web page that has some key dates on it. I want to highlight those first two because application and additional document submission has to be done by the end of this week, and then the deposits are due by the 27th of June. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns about those deadlines, then please do contact us, let us know, or put in any questions just now in the chat box about those things. Okay, so as an international student, you have these upcoming deadlines. So just a little bit now about how we structure your learning and how the degree program would work. You will have maybe received some information round about this, but just to go over our program in an informative, but try and keep it brief. So if you want more information that is not presented here or I don't mention, please do ask. So in Scotland, our undergraduate degree programs are built over 4 years. It is possible to graduate with a degree, a business degree, at the end of 3rd year, or if you want to stay for the 4th years, you get your business degree with honours. And your learning is what we say is scaffolded. That means it is built up. Okay, so level 1 is a foundational course, key management theories, alongside what are key contemporary challenges, global issues, business issues, and so kind of nice foundational information of management theories and an awareness of global challenges. And then this builds up over your 2nd year so that you become more critically reflective and are able to start to develop an application and a critical analysis of the world that we are operating in as business leaders. 3rd year, I'm going to ask shortly, not right this moment, but I'm going to ask Pauline very shortly to develop a little bit more on the opportunities that we have at 3rd year. It's one of our key and unique selling points that we have, this chance to go out on industry placement, get real work experience, or expand your study beyond GCU. A little bit more on that in a moment. Level 4, which is the 4th year, you hopefully bring your learning and your application to a new level, and it culminates in an individual research project called a dissertation. So if you have more questions on the structure of the degree in that sense, then please do let us know. Now, we are talking today about business management and international business. We have these two distinct programs, but they have a lot of similarities between them, and a lot of similar modules follow a similar path, but there are some distinct differences which are on the screen just now. Those that are doing international business have an opportunity to actually have a joint program with human resource management. But on both programs, you can personalize your third year of study as well. If you're undecided between doing business management or international business, then do contact us, and we'll explain a little bit more detail the subtle differences. Or maybe you could tell us what you want to achieve out of your degree program, and we can maybe advise which would be the most suitable of these degree programs for you to follow. The next, these slides here, again, the writing on them, if you're looking at a smaller screen on a phone, perhaps you might not see these just now. But these are just to give you an idea of the types of modules that you will follow in level 1, 2, 3, right up to level 4. I've got another slide for the international business degree program as well. And if you want more information on what these mean, you can either look up on our website, so we have more detail on what you study in each of these modules on our website, or of course you can contact us, okay? But you can see that there's a variety of modules from basic management theory right through to ethical responsibility, learning about some basic finance, accounting and finance things, learning about operations and supply chain management, learning about human resource management, leading and managing people, and then live case studies, live business case studies, so you have some real world experience thrown in there as well. So our aim for the degree program is to give you a broad perspective on management, so that you have an idea of how all aspects of business operate, how all the functions work. So you have a grounding in them all. You develop tacit skills like communication, research, project management, time management, and so that you are a developed person ready to join the workplace when you do graduate. And what can you do when you go on to graduate? It's a whole variety of jobs that our alumni have gone on to roles in. Some of the things I've mentioned there as well already: supply chain, project management, management consultancy, IT consultancy, managing even something like care homes. Okay, so service industry jobs, manufacturing industry jobs. These are all types of employers are looking for the developed skills that business management students to develop. As I say, kind of similar here, this is international business, and the aim for it here. The kind of key difference here is the opportunity for specialised pathways and joint awards. So if you're very interested in human resource management, the international business degree program would be for you, for example. Okay, and then some more information on the modules that you have, and the international business students. You know, it's very similar. They follow very similar career paths as our business students, but one of the ones maybe just to highlight here is in human resource management, human resource officer. So if you're looking for that sort of specialization pathway, then maybe international business degree program might be for you. So I'm going to stop talking for now, and I'm going to let Pauline just explain the exchange opportunities and the industry placement, work placement opportunities that you will have as a third year student. And one of the real key selling points, but the real key values of our degree programme. So Pauline, please.
Hi everyone again. So third year in the business management degree is quite complex, but once I explain it, hopefully you'll understand the benefits of the many different ways that you can do your third year on your business management degree. So there are a couple of options that you can choose when you go into third year. So the first one is that you can choose not to attend university and you can actually go on industry placement, which means that you go and you work for a year. You still have to do some assessments throughout that, but you're placed with an organisation and you would effectively do a year of work. And within that, you do a couple of written work so that we can keep in touch with you. And while you're out doing that, you still have ongoing contact with the university because you're allocated a supervisor who you can contact where you have got any questions, etc. throughout that. So that's the first thing that you can do. The other thing that you can do is you can actually go on an international exchange. And again, here you can go out and you can go to another university in another part of the UK, another part of the world, sorry, and do your third year university in that other country. So just now we have students just about to go out to places like Canada, Australia, Japan, lots of European countries that we've got very strong relationships with. So that's two options that you've got where you don't have to work within you don't have to come to university. So it's a different path that you can do. Now, with both of those, you have the opportunity of doing either a 12-month placement or a 6-month. So you can, if you're doing a work experience or your work placement, you can do that for a full year, or you can choose to do it for half a year. And similarly, if you are doing an exchange, you can do that for a full year, or you can do that half year. You also have an opportunity, if you choose not to do that, you can still do a work experience placement where you can go out to industry and you do a reduced amount of time. I'm not sure of the hours, but I think it effectively is about 60 or 70 hours that you go and you work in a company, and that's for one semester. So you're still based in Glasgow, you're still attending your other classes, but possibly one day a week you then go out and you work with a company to get an understanding of what happens with that. And then you would go on to do a report based on your time within that organisation. Okay. Next slide, Gerald.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, sorry. If you go back to go back to the slide before that, that's fine. So the other thing that you've got in third year is there is a number of different options that you've got. As I said, you've got 6 months or 12 months. But if you choose a 6-month option, you can also do 6 months in industry placement and do 6 months out in an exchange, or you can do 6-month exchange and 6 months in the university. So there are a whole lot of different options that you cover within that, and it's really exciting for you to be able to go and contact, either speak to other students abroad or work within the UK and different companies that you can work with here. So it's a really fantastic opportunity, and students who have been on either of those two options really celebrate how important it's been to their learning, but it also gives them a really good pathway for when they're finishing, because they've had an experience of already going out into the workplace, and to be able to leave university not only with your degree but also some good work experience is really good for your CV going forward. Okay, thanks, Gerald.
Thank you, Pauline. So yeah, absolutely. So as I say, just to recap, your third year, you have a chance to study elsewhere, to continue to study in Glasgow. to get work placement, work experience, or just do a combination of the three. So lots of opportunity to suit what you want from your degree programme. Now, just a little bit on how learning and teaching works at university here at GCU. It's very similar to other universities in the UK. We have two trimesters, we call them, because there is a trimester C, although teaching, there might be some examinations in trimester C. Teaching doesn't happen then for undergraduate students, but these are broken into 11 weeks. So you have 11 weeks of classes. That's 3 modules. So you do 6 modules for the whole year, 3 modules in trimester A, 3 modules in trimester B. And you have 3 to 4 hours of contact time. So 3 to 4 hours of in-class time with your module tutor and lecturer. Okay, so that's divided between lectures, which are normally large classrooms of a couple of hundred people, sometimes maybe more, and then you have some small classes of round about 20 to 30 students in your seminars. So there's lots of contact time during the week, but it doesn't make up the full week, of course. So we have put on other things to encourage you to study. We have our fantastic library and study spaces. We have lots of online learning content, and we encourage you to, in times that you're not in class, is to fill that time with personal learning, with group learning, but also actually then to use that time to enjoy being a young person and enjoy living in Glasgow. So maybe take on some part-time work, some volunteering, or just enjoy being in a new place. Success is through effort, and although it says here, kind of advises that actually one module would take 200 study hours of effort over a 3-month period. So although each week you maybe have 3 hours in the class, so reading to do, there's preparation to do for class, there's assessment work to do, research, and all that combined together makes up round about 200 hours of your time invested in each of your 6 modules. So it soon adds up to effectively being like a full-time job. But we did say we need balance. Okay, you can't just expect it to be reading and studying all the time. You want to develop and grow as a person and enjoy your time here. So we encourage you to join some of our societies where you get to meet new people, people with similar interests to you. So that might be based around some cultural interests. It might be based around religious interests. It might be based on food. It might be based on sport, on music, or a variety of things. And we do encourage you to maybe have a look at our Student Union website, which has a list of some of the societies available to you at GCU. And we'll encourage you to make friends amongst your peers so that you get support inside and outside the classroom. So we will be here to encourage you to do well. Ultimately, it is up to you as an individual to learn how to work independently and contribute in class and learn a bit of time management and project management skills to do well in your assessment. But we do have lots of support here, and this is the really important and a really key part for you and for your family, who will perhaps be back home worrying about you being away in a foreign land, learning and living. Okay, so we have academics and professional staff for you to support your learning in the library, in the classroom. We have assigned personal tutors to you, so you have a contact a named contact that you can go to and discuss any issues that you have, whether they're academic or personal issues. We have a wellbeing centre which supports any times you're maybe struggling a little bit, perhaps with maybe feeling a little bit homesick, or maybe that you have a learning disability that you need some support with. For example, dyslexia is quite a common thing that we have to support our students through. So we do that. We try and support you in how to become a good learner. And this isn't just for our international students like you. We need to do this for our UK-based students as well, but how to learn at university, develop your language skills, especially if English is not your first language, how to read effectively, how to research, how to report right. There's no expectation that you come with all of these skills, and we are here through, so whether they're academic or wellbeing support that you require, we have that there. And then as you look forward towards the end and to your future, we have career service, which can help you get in touch with future employment, develop your CVs, look at where you've got skills, strong skills, but maybe look at where you've got gaps in your skills and suggest ways that you can develop those as well and get you prepared for employment and life after university. So we're very, we're very proud and very confident of the support and the skills that we give to our students, to our student communities, and make them ready for the world of work afterwards. So really just coming to the end of this kind of run through, if there's anything that you would like me to go over again, or if there's anything that Pauline has said you would like us to go over again, then please do put the questions in the chat box, or do contact us afterwards, and we'll be delighted to answer your questions or to signpost you to where you will find the answer. Now, just to conclude with this and to take you back to this prime principles for responsible management education, because this is what we believe and what we are doing and what we will be making of you. So we are responding to a worldwide call to put social responsibility, ethics and sustainability at the top of the agenda for training future business leaders, i.e. you. Okay, so we are training you, and we are underpinned by the global goals and our common good ethos. So you'll be in good hands if you decide to come and join us. And we really do very much look forward to welcoming you. If you have any questions, we will be here just now to answer them. And as I say, we very much hope that we are going to be seeing you in September. So thank you for listening this afternoon to our webinar.
Thanks, Gerald. Thank you, Pauline. Thanks both of you for your time this afternoon. So there's been no questions in the chat yet. However, it was just to reiterate to anyone who's joined us or anyone who's watching the recording back at a later date that we are, of course, here to answer any questions at any time. So you can respond to our student inquiries team and they will be happy to help you or put you in touch with us, and we'll get you the information sent straight over. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you think of any questions after the webinar's ended, or if you're watching us back at a later date. But if there's no questions coming in, it's just to say thanks again to Gerald and Pauline for your time this afternoon. And we can probably sign off the recording here.